Oh, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as you may or may not know, Omega Blade X is out today, so it's just going to be me for a little jolly co-op, solo op. I don't know what you want to call it. So we're still playing Everquest, and I figured that that I would still continue to play with Gomi, my little gnome mage, for hold on a second. For our jolly co-op action. Omega is actually ahead of us right now. He's level 16. So him missing a session won't be too bad. The only problem is the special thing about this weekend is that it is a double, it's basically a double EXP weekend for this server, so there is the potential chance that we could pass him. I don't know how fast we'll get levels, so hey, what's going on, Jocko? How you doing, buddy? We just started. Let me go ahead and switch things over. But yeah, so I'm already at the camp. I've already got a camp to play with here. But we have like nobody, so it's pretty empty. I've been trying to look for some members here as far as with some group mates. Yeah, there's like nobody playing alts right now because of the double EXP weekend, so when you have usually these types of events, it can be difficult to find people to group with, which is expected. Uh-oh. Which is expected. So I don't know how well we will do for finding a group for the gazebo, but we'll see. The only question is can we survive trying to do this with just my brother and I? My brother's playing right now. He's on his beard. So, but how is everyone? How is everyone's weekend? Here in America, it's Memorial Day weekend, so a lot of people get 3 days off. Monday or Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I took a couple extra days off, so I only have to work. I don't have to work Tuesday or Wednesday, so I'm off 5 days. So that's nice. But Jocko, you worked today on a Sunday, man. That sucks, dude. Sorry to hear that. Oh, so leads us to say, though, I still have the ability to pull and actually kill shit. But the only thing we really need in group members is low teens. Low teens for group members. One of the things they did change also that I noticed is in the DB shop now, you'll notice that on the Coirnav server, and probably, yeah, most progression servers, I'm imagining, they took out the ability to buy clarity pots now, and that really sucks. Like, that was a really nice feature to be able to buy clarity pots, but you can't buy clarity pots anymore now, so now I'm going to have to be medding all the time and have to take things slower, that's for sure. But it used to be really nice to where you could buy a clarity pot, especially at lower level, even though it was only like 1 extra mana per tick, but it was still nice to have that ability to get a lot of mana quickly as a lower level, so I'm going to be looking for people for this entire time. You are gazebo. Honestly, if they don't suck, or if we had a lot of pet classes, it would be okay. I'm just gonna say looking for more you are a gazebo. See what happens. This might be bad. Yep. All right, here we go. I'm using my body as a shield. All right. Skeleton next. Burning a lot of mana. Not too bad with 2 people, though. 2 blues and a yellow. We're gonna be in trouble, though, if that motherfucker, that ghoul in the back comes with these, so. The jack-o'-lantern is gonna get the good and lewd. Nice. The lewd Jocko. Oh boy. So this is where I have to sit and med this entire time. I just did a reach out for general chat for people to group with. Now, see, if I hit another level, we'll be in much better shape, and I'm close to level because I'm gonna get a new pet. So, and once I get a new pet, it's gonna be probably yellow again to us, so like higher level than me. And that's what I'm hoping for, though. So. Let's see here. But as far as with what's going on with my main on this server, I've been playing a Shadow Knight for probably since the past month. And the Shadow Knight is already level 48 now. I've been taking a lot of advantage of the EXP weekend. I basically got, I think it was either Friday night or Saturday night. At Saturday, I got 3 levels, which is really damn impressive for being level 45. You know, because it takes a while. Once you get really high up in the levels, it starts taking a while. But I found a really nice camp. That, I mean, after like maybe 6 hours of hunting, maybe it was a good chunk of experience. I got like 3 levels out of it, and most of the stuff was just it was the highest stuff I was fighting was very rare, was like, you know, equal level, but a lot of the stuff was like dark blues or even light blues. A lot of it was light blues, but for whatever reason, it was still good experience. I was like, all right, well, I mean, this is gonna do it for me, I guess. So. Oh, I should have bought shit. Alright. Oh, I can still cast Burnout, though. Okay, let me get shit in here. But, yeah, leveling during the double XP weekend stuff is not very hard. It's getting the group that's difficult. And as people start to get more and more 50s out there, like, people will play alts. People will always play alts. But I've noticed, especially in our guild, once people start getting to the 50s, it starts to get kind of crazy to where you don't see as many people grouping together as much. Mostly them showing up for raids and whatnot, because they want to get the fat gear. But luckily for me, I mean, I'm level 48 now, so to get into the raids, you only have to be level 46. It's not like World of Warcraft where you have to be max level to actually participate in the raiding. You can be from 46 to 50 and still get into the raids and still get some gear, which is nice. It's nice that you have kind of that buffer in there to where you don't have to be, you know, the top tier level to do raiding. So, just 46. Got to hit that 4-6 to matter. That's what they say. Oh, man. We just listened to that. And that. I need to randomize a little bit here. I just listened to that again. All right, here we go. Oh, there goes a train. I could turn my LFG on and the group looking for party. And we can change this from 9 to, not 91, 9 to 15. I don't know how many people. Holy shit. Yeah, there's like nobody in here. We got Shadow Knights here, though. Cleric. Would be nice to get a cleric, though. I am, actually. This is how you make new friends. All right, slow but steady. Yeah, finding the healer is the hardest, though. Oh, Jesus. Please do not kill the pet. Thank you. God damn it. That's the worst when they kill my pet! We got a cleric now, though. He's only level 10, so he doesn't have, like, super duper undead spells, but... did that Shadow Knight answer me at all? Not really. How close am I to level? All right, I need a bubble to get my next pet. Once I get my next pet, we're going to be in much better shape. Just going to stand here and take some hits. Give my pet some burnout. You could actually do Gazebo for a while. I mean, Gazebo will carry you to 16 or even 17. It's slow, but it's doable. I'll turn Taunt on so my pet can actually tank. It's funny how none of us are in a guild either. And I've commented on this before. I've noticed that people are not, like, hell-bent on finding members for their party and finding members for their guild and stuff like that. So, yeah, everybody's talking about doing yard work. This is the main reason why I got a condo, because I don't like doing yard work. I'm lazy. I don't like to go out in the hot summer sun when it's all hot and stuff. It's disgusting. But here on the Progression server, it's going to be very crazy next week. Actually, no, not next week. Probably the week after, because we're looking at June 6th is approaching. And on progression servers, June 6th, on progression servers, every 3 months a new expansion comes out. Well, June 6th is going to mark the first 3-month cycle to where Coirnav is going to be released. Because we're just in vanilla right now. We have no expansions currently. We're very limited to where we can group and hunt. And when Coirnav is finally released, we're going to see, we might see an influx of people. I'm guessing we might see an influx of people just because Iskars is out and people are like, oh, now I can play what I really want to play kind of thing. But it's also going to leave open a whole lot more of area that we can actually go hunt and have fun in. My advantage is by the time Coirnav comes out, I'm going to have a level 50 character already, hopefully 51, because you can XP all the way up to 51 but not actually get the ding. To where I can get a leg up this time on actually getting to 60 quicker to do endgame content. But endgame content in this game is a little weird because you have to do questing and stuff to get some of the endgame content done. So, but for the most part, though, I'll be actually ahead of the curve versus behind the curve, like I've usually been with every EQ and EQ expansion. I mean, when I first played Everquest, it was during vanilla, but it was right before Coirnav was going to launch, and I think Coirnav launched maybe 2 or 3 weeks later. And I was pretty much, trying to level up through the Coirnav time because now level 60 was out, so level cap was higher already. And I would get, I got my Shadow Knight all the way up to like level 57 in Velios, which is the third expansion, or the second expansion by that point. But then they came out with Lucklin, and Lucklin increased the level cap by even more, and it just so I could never get to the level cap. And it's kind of interesting is because people are so used to getting to the level cap in most MMOs, like World of Warcraft, everybody gets to the level cap, but like in Everquest that wasn't the case. There were people who didn't get to the level cap. It was common, too, because it took a lot of work to get to the level cap in these games. And especially when they came out with alternate advancements and stuff like that, which I thought was a fantastic thing. Alternate advancements really kind of diversified the game to make it much more expansive, especially when you're playing a class that you get a lot of AA points versus you're still leveling. So you can start doing alternate advancement at 51, and you do all your alternate advancement stuff in between, and then you keep kind of up in that progression to where you could be more powerful than an equal level character because you have all your alternate advancement stuff done. So it's kind of neat how that all works out. So later on in the expansions, though, they really took it overboard. I mean, there's like thousands upon thousands of points worth of alternate advancement that you can do that makes it just, oh my god, it is a grind. But getting alternate advancement points doesn't take that long, especially as you get higher level. Alternate advancement advances much quicker, but it's still like, I mean, if you're looking at thousands of points, But here's the thing, though. Alternate advancement in the new game now for Everquest, not on a progression server or nothing. They basically have it set now to where you could just hit a button, okay? You hit a button and it automatically gives you your alternate advancements if you're paying sub, and I thought that was dumb. I thought it was kind of silly to where you took out a whole element of your game of leveling by just a simple click of a button. I mean, what's the point even at that point? If all I have to do is just hit a button, don't have to advance or nothing, and then I get a free 1000 AA. No, I'm not interested. I would rather have it as the old school of having to level up and then build on your character even more. It takes time, yes, and it's a grind, yes, because I mean, Everquest's solution for everything was, I'll just make it grindy. It's just like, oh yeah, just make him grind for it, it'll be fine. It's like, really? Oh jeez, he's gonna hit me. So now everything you have to do is you have to grind for it. And that's what a lot of people have a problem with this game, with Everquest. Is primarily because it is a very grindy game. It is a game that getting experience and stuff is just hellish grinds of trying to get all of your levels. It's just, especially with the alternate advancements. When they introduced alternate advancements and it's still grinding levels, people were just like, oh my god, even more grinding. But that's EverQuest for you. But some people like grinding. You know, I like grinding. I'm fine with grinding. Give me a camp. I'll figure out ways to make it work. And I will get myself into a scenario to where I will beat your MMO kind of thing. You know what I mean? That's basically how I look at it. Is how can I beat this? How can I beat this game? With you know, getting to the max cap level. You know what I mean? Not so much raids. I have done raids back in the day. I did a couple raids for EQ. I did a lot of raids for WoW. Oh, we got a half a bubble to go. Look at that range. That's some impressive range. I'm surprised nobody has even bothered to ask for invites for this group. It's like nobody wants to come to the gazebo. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. But yeah, for the leveling of my Shadow Knight, though, I've been using the EXP pots. You can buy EXP pots in this game. It gives you, like, an extra 25% on top of the bonus that is already being given from the weekend. So it's an insane amount. It's an insane amount of experience that you can get, which I've been thoroughly enjoying. But yeah, as far as with EQ experiences are concerned, though, I mean, for those that have played EverQuest before, the progression server really tries to recapture that feel. I have noticed that a lot of people are boxing, which basically means they're playing multiple characters, and they'll pay the sub. They'll pay multiple subs. I've seen people pay like 6 subs to play this game. And, I mean, if you really want to get a leg up on it, and you really want to have 6 different computers around you, and you want to be that basement virgin, that's fine. That's all you, I guess. But, for me, though, I like the single-player experience, but I have dual-boxed before. And my brother has an account right now, and if he ends up stop playing or something like that, I'll just play his account. It's paid for 3 months, so... But he really likes Bard. He's been really enjoying it. You don't really, thing is with Bards is you don't really do much in the beginning. It's not until like level 25 that you actually start to do stuff. You know, because pretty early on, a lot of these classes don't come out on their own until they get to a certain point. So. What do you need, a license to buy the pot? No. That's just Daybreak's way of saying, we want your money. Give us your money. You want to level faster? Give us your money. Because, like, if you think about it, every 100 points of Daybreak coin is $1. Oh, God. Okay. This is when things are going to get interesting. We can't die. If we wipe, the group will fall apart. This motherfucker can't have Taunt on. Oh, Gomi's fine. Gomi's more than fine. This fucking bitch that needs to stop hitting. Here, hit this motherfucker. I'm still good on mana, too. He's dead. He's dead. Alright. We don't need Gomi here anymore. He's gonna sit on his ass and do nothing. All right, let's take a look at the LFGs. Wow. Okay. The nice thing about Kunark when that comes out too is certain spells that's going to expand a lot of capabilities for a lot of classes. For example, there are lower forms of clarity that we'll be able to get for like enchanters. At level 14, they have a lower form of clarity called Breeze, which is going to be nicer. No. Okay. I'll just do it through here. Okay. I'll just invite him. I'm 65. And there it is. Boom goes the dynamite. I should be able to select your name, though. Here we go. Group invite. So now we hit level 14. We get a new water summon pet, which is going to be our new line of pets. That's going to be more powerful, higher level than what we have. There she is. Alright, so I should have enough mana to summon him. There we go. Bam. All right. I can't see what color he is yet. He is yellow. So we're back to a yellow pet again. All right. Did she charm that? Yes, she did. Need to cast Burnout. Gonna give her marking privileges. Okay. So far, we have a Chanter, a Cleric, a Bard, and me. No tank yet. But we have my pet who's going to be doing all of that work now. And he is higher level, so... Oh no. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. That is a whole lot of, okay. I honestly don't know why, though, Daybreak thought of it as a good idea to take out the Clarity Pots. They must have thought that it was just too easy of a game with the Clarity Pots, but... I mean, they should honestly have kept it in. Alright, we're fine here. she's got a bottle of adventure too. Hey, look, crap. Cloth cape though. Everybody's good on mana still. What are you doing? Are you pulling? Please tell me you're not pulling. The pet's hitting for a solid 20, which is nice. Plus he's dual wielding. Boop. How do I always end up pulling in these like I'm the frickin' mage this time around and I'm still pulling. I pull as my Shadow Knight, I pull as my mage, I pull as everything. Jesus fuck. Maybe I just like to have control of the group is all. Yeah, there's nobody looking for group right now. My pet's doing all the work. Like seriously. I'm just letting him do all the work. Oh, he's coming right for us. I have a feeling after this this stream session, though, after 4 hours of doing this, I'll be like level 20. Which I wouldn't have a problem with, but we'd be really far ahead of Omega, that's for sure. He's only like level 16 now, so... But I mean, being ahead of the cleric is not a huge deal. I mean, the cleric, it's nice having a higher level healer or a higher level cleric for the party. I mean, it's nice having a higher level anything for the party if you think about it, because they don't get resisted as much, or they have more mana pull, or they take less damage, especially with tanks. Like, having a lower level tank for the party has always been kind of just, eh. It has not been the best. I remember when I was doing an area that everything was like deep red to me, and it was insane. I was level 34 fighting level 44 mobs. I mean, it was eh. It was not the best idea, but I did it, and we had some pretty good healers. But it goes slower, that's for sure, because you need to do constant healing. So it pays to be higher level, I guess, for the party. Man, nobody wants to play with us. I just like the fact that my stuff has a huge ass range where I can be lazy. But I'm gonna have to be careful because my weight is gonna really affect my ability to pull. Oh. She thought it would be a good idea to smack me upside the head. Well, it's a twofer for this one. In the 20 levels, though, bards, like 20 level 24 or 25, I think it is. It might be 28, I don't remember. But bards get the mana song, which is going to be nice. Did she mez that? She did mez that. And my pet is like taking barely any damage. Either that or he's healing it. Ooh, bronze. Wonder where he got that from. As we rain death upon this poor soul, this poor tormented dead. As he gets wrecked in the face. Sorry, buddy. Stop being such a dingus. Stop being such a dingus. I am the kingus dingus. I'm allowed to be a dingus. Jocko, did you hear about Midori coming over to visit and actually having dinner with us? It was Wolf and I. I posted a picture. Yeah, she came over to visit and we took her out to eat. It was pretty fun. It was nice. It was nice to meet her boyfriend. It was nice to meet her face to face. Very short though. I mean, like she was there for like an hour, if that, and then it was. You know, she's like, well, we got to get back on the road again. It's like, all right, well, see ya. Have fun driving to Massachusetts. Did she get a hug? Yes, she did. I gave her a hug. She got a Rein hug. This might be a threefer. Oh my OMG jelly. Well, Jocko, you'll just have to come visit to get your hug. Of course, if you come to the States, I don't know about coming to Ohio. I mean, there's not really anything in Ohio. We have corn and construction. That's basically it. Maybe you'll tour the States one summer. Starting with New York City. That's usually where the tours start. Oh my goodness. I've already been there. Oh, you've been to New York City. Okay. I have never been to the West Coast of the nation, which I'd like to eventually go to the West Coast just to check it out. But I've only been through East Coast. East Coast I'm very familiar with, but West Coast I have never been. We're gonna have a handful on our hands here. Let's give him a little rain of blades. Even though it's only gonna hit once. I've actually never been to New York City. I've never really been to a big major city. So like Chicago or like New York City or like Los Angeles. These are places I've never been to. My small Ohio mind wouldn't be able to take it. You were there for 8 days all by yourself. What were you doing there, Jocko? What was the reasoning behind you being in New York City? He'll be like, I was in a movie. It's like, what? Jocko, no. Are you that famous? Why do you hang out on my stream? People thought I was crazy to go alone. Oh, yeah. It's a scary place, man, especially if you go by yourself. Especially when you don't know anyone. Yeah, we're already a bubble in almost. I went to all the museums, restaurants, saw Chicago, and The Lion King. The Lion King on Broadway? I'm assuming. Not like Lion King, like on VHS. Stop it. Stop touching me. Oh. Oh, jeez. There we go. Just trying to figure out. Lion King on Broadway. How was it? Was it as entertaining and as amazing as you had hoped it to be? Or was it like watching the VHS version bootleg of... It was amazing. Okay, good. I was going to say, was it like the VHS bootleg of The Lion King? Oh, you saw Chicago, too. I thought you went to Chicago. No, you saw the musical Chicago. That was confusing there. I'm not a big musical person. Like, there's only a couple musicals that I like, and it's mostly the ones that I grew up with that I watched on VHS. But honestly, when it comes to just regular musicals, it's not my bag, baby. I'm not the musical kind of guy, I guess. Also shopped at Macy's. There's a lot of shops in America, that's for sure. Of course, malls are dying now. I mean, even the mall that's local to me here is not doing so well. And that was like the big thing back in the 90s. The 90s was all about malls, man. That's where kids hung out. That's where, you know, a lot of things happened. Ooh, I do not want a rusty axe. Ever. Or rusty longswords. I already took that out. But malls was the happening place, man. Back in the day. When I was younger, back in the 90s, early and mid 90s, I remember living near actually 3 malls. You know, we had malls that were like 15 minutes apart, and they were bustling places. It was kind of the go-to thing back in the day before the internet. You know, you go to a mall to see what they had rather than you go on the internet to see what they had. So going to a mall now just became less and less prevalent, and I can see why they're just doing so bad. So we have one tiny mall here. Oh, okay. Our mall's not that big here either. It has 3 anchor stores, and it has maybe, I would say, 50 shops in it. But 2 of the anchor stores are gone because Sears went out of business. Sears went out of business. We've got Toys R Us that's going out of business. Like a lot of the stores that we grew up with, all going out of business. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad, but I mean, who goes to Toys R Us to buy toys anymore, you know? I mean, they were well known. Like, I remember Toys R Us being well known for just going there to get Nintendo games, so. That's where we went to get our Nintendo games, was Toys R Us. And they had them, like, all locked up and stuff. Ew. But, yeah, they're all going away. Sadly, they're all going away. Now, if you want to get toys, you got to go to Walmart. Oh, those big box stores are going to ruin everything. The big box stores are going to ruin everything, like the Walmarts, and then all of the other stores are just going to go away, and then there won't be any competition. Or the big box stores learn and basically start selling groceries or something. I don't know. Start selling beds. That was the problem with Circuit City, is like Circuit City, they had only the luxury items. They didn't have like essentials. So they didn't sell appliances. So, you know, appliances are an essential. I mean, if you don't have a washer or dryer, or your washer and dryer breaks, you know, you go buy a new one. But yeah, Circuit City was all luxury items. They had TVs, they had computers, laptops, cameras, Car-Fi. They had all kinds of luxury things that you would go to a Circuit City to buy, but like you didn't really go there for things that you needed. So I think that's partially the reason why Circuit City kind of fell under, is because they didn't have the need items. You know, they only had the want items. And so eventually people just stopped shopping there less and less, because Best Buy had the need items. You know, they had washers and dryers, they had appliances, they had all kinds of different things. And I could have swore that Circuit City was originally in the business for appliances like that. But they might have took them out. They took them away because they didn't want to be in that business anymore. I honestly don't know, and I don't remember. I used to work at Circuit City for like 2 years. That was kind of my shtick. I was in sales. But I mostly sold computers and cameras. Someone stole my expensive work shoes. I really need new shoes. Who stole your work shoes? Who steals a shoe, honestly? This is how the group worked last time. It was only a 4-man. Well, someone's gone to my locker and gotten them. Somebody went into your locker? Who the fuck breaks into... What the fuck? Dude, that's like high school. I mean, especially in the profession that you work in, that's even worse. Can't even trust people, man. Stealing your work shoes. Were they expensive? Were they hard toe shoes? Because that shit's expensive. No sneakers. Okay. So it's not too bad. $150 ones. Never mind. That's horrible. I think it's a lesson in, yeah, don't have expensive shoes anymore, I guess. Or at least don't keep them in your locker. Don't wear them to work. Oh, wait. Wait. The last thing I have ever had stolen from me, and this was a while ago now. We're looking at, I want to say this was probably a good 3 years ago now. It was at work. And this is the reason why I don't keep my bag at work anymore, is somebody actually went into my bag. They didn't steal my bag. They stole the contents of my bag, which included my MacBook that I used for work. It was a work MacBook. And an iPad mini that was my personal iPad mini that I had in there. Stole them both. Stole them both and stole their chargers both. Pretty insane. They also stole the data vac for whatever reason. But yeah, so now needless to say, ever since then, we always keep the office locked. But whoever it was that did it, I don't honestly know, but I pretty much have a feeling it was the person that was previously in that office that basically got moved out of that job and I got their job, so... Because they knew how that office worked, and they knew that the door could be unlocked, so. But I have no evidence and I have no proof, so. I'm just speculating, as they say. But yeah, that was probably well over $1,600 worth of stuff that was stolen. Look at these chuckle fucks here. Maybe my brother should have played a tank. Now, as a mage, I'm still sporting my crappy... I still have damaging spells that only do like 40 damage. I still haven't received any real good... I have still not received any real good damaging spells that cost a lot of mana that throw damage over the top. Still not yet. Hopefully soon, though. I think next level, actually. At level 15, we get Shock of Flame. Yeah, look at that. That is a beefy amount of damage. That's about the same amount of damage as a level 13 cleric does with hitting undead. Who needs a tank? We don't. Yeah, that one spell is probably going to take like a quarter of my mana. I wish that Pets, though, got my brother's songs, so. Just 2 more weeks until I'm done, until you're done with what? And then what happens after that 2 weeks? Grab my Vassar. That I am Nurse Jocko. Nice, dude. That's going to be awesome. Hopefully Nurse Jocko is going to be making nurse money. And then you can just take trips to wherever you want to go once you get vacation time. Because you'll be making the big bucks. I'm proud of you, Jocko. We've been at this for 2 years now. And it's all coming to a head. Has it been 2 years? I think it's been 2 years. I've been streaming for that long. It's going to be 2 years in August for me for streaming, which is insane if you think about that. That's a lot of streaming. Like, I was looking at the amount of video archives I have of all videos, of all the streams I've done. We're up to like 200. Like, I've been on the air 200 times, dude. Yeah, 3 years of studies, man. That's forever. That is forever. That is a long time, dude. Oh, they got an extra one there. Must be nice where they don't have to doom it. Go away! Go away before I taunt you a second time. Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Get that Shaka Blades. Fuck you. Surprisingly, Mana's doing pretty good. I don't have any of my big spells though, but Mana's doing pretty good. We're holding our own with our mana. See if I can pull this up. Okay, that works. I like how the gnome is just over here, just kind of chilling off to the side a ways. And I'm over here just trying to fucking get things to pull and stuff. It's pretty crazy. So far though, we've ended up with a good group with no tank. Of course, we have a magician, me, who has a tank pet, apparently. Because this pet is, like, beefy as all hell. I'm glad I was that close to level to where I could have this new pet out now to actually tank for us, so... I'm looking forward to the next spell, though. We're almost halfway there, too. You're a buzzard, Larry. No, I don't want to be a buzzard. It's terrible. So terrible. That soundbite, not anything else. Just the soundbite is terrible. Oh, hey, everybody's back. They all spawned at the same time, too. I don't even know how that was possible. Oh, geez. Okay. I just like the fact, though, that, I mean, I've been playing Krogoth now for a while, and he's like level is he now? Level 48. And, like, I'm always puller tank with him. Not always, but I'm always tank with him. And, you know, especially when you're puller, I mean, you have to put so much damn work into this game just to get in these, just for these groups. Whereas, like, when you're a caster, you just kind of chill. You know, don't do anything. I sit here on my ass and do nothing. I like it. I'm just gonna sit here on my ass, guys, and not do anything. Oh, it's gonna be so delightful. Oh, I can barely jump even. Oh, jeez. That's a lot. Fizzly. What level is he? Who all Fizzly? Invite Fizzly. I think we grouped with Fizzly before. Let's give old Fizzly an invite. Waboosh. That's the interesting thing about enchanters, is enchanters in this game have to have a high charisma and a high intellect. Because the charisma is what's going to determine their charm. Because they have to have a high charisma to do specific charming. And the better their charisma and their charm, the more awesome of a pet they can have. It's pretty amazing. Enchanter is hard mode EQ. Robo, that's pretty true. Enchanter, since you can't just summon a pet, you have to charm a pet. And basically, since you have to charm a pet now, you have to basically maintain that charm like every 5 to 15 minutes. And it has a chance of breaking in between that. So, at higher levels, the charm lasts longer. And eventually, I think you get an AA that makes the charm permanent. But for the most part, though, the charm allows you to get kind of the most powerful pet in the game. Because I know when we do the bats and bugs in Soleil, the beetle pet is like one of the best tank pets you can get. Yep, and as long as I can mallow the pet down, we're good to go. So, because if you can keep the resistances down on the charm, it's easy peasy. Usually requires a second person for that mallow, but if you can get somebody to mallow the pet for you constantly, you're good to go. What's up, Omega? How you feeling, buddy? Where's Fizzly? Where you at, little buddy? He better be a gnome. I'm gonna start an army of gnomes. He's gonna need help. Let's get this death beetle out of her way. There we go. We got you, fam. Gonna need to sell here. What? Oh, Omega. It's just so Omega. Hey, look, he is a gnome. That makes me happy. didn't work. Or did it? No, that didn't work. Jocko, I'm gonna have to look at that command later. You actually got slain. But it didn't work right. Is he a pet? Oh, he's a pet. We're gonna have all kinds of pets here running around. I need to make a separate chat window, though. I always forget. Anytime I have a new character, I always have to make a separate chat window for the chat to go into. And then you have to go systematically in here, and you have to set your filters. Margarita run. I still have a pet, right? Where's my pet? What's he doing? Oh, it's Mez. Apparently my brother is going to go get a margarita. That's random, right? Nice, cool, refreshing drink, though, that's for sure. Especially on a hot day like this. What is it? How hot is it? I haven't been outside yet. I have no interest of going outside today. I have no idea how hot it is out there. And I'm honestly surprised it would be anywhere even in the 80s. It's 83 right now. That's pretty, holy shit, it's supposed to be 90 Monday and Tuesday. What the fuck? Is it swamp ass hot? I mean, it's gonna be 90 next week. 90 degrees! It's still spring! Of course, it'll be technically really close to June. Oops, I just tried to attack her. Fucking, damn it. But yeah, I mean, that's the strange thing about the weather here in Ohio is this is like, it's supposed to be, I mean, we have a spring. It lasts for like 2 weeks. It's 91 where you're at right now. No thanks. No. Robo, where do you live, dude? I'm out in Ohio, so northeastern Ohio. We have really shitty winters and we have really shitty summers. We also have tornadoes. So... Did she switch pets? She did. You need to stop switching pets there, dearie. A baboosh. Alright guys, just give me a second. But yeah, our springs are just non-existent. Like, I don't know what the deal is with our springs these days, but we just don't have them. Our springs are non-existent. So they last like 2 weeks and then it's done. No more spring. It's fucking summer. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. I like having fall and I like having spring. And a lot of times what ends up happening is you have your spring for 2 weeks and then you'll have your fall for like 3 weeks. And then it's winter, it starts snowing, and it's just like, no! It's supposed to be fall, it's not supposed to snow. Who's he attacking? Yeah, I am not a fan of hot weather. I love cold weather. I can warm up easier than I can cool down, that's for sure. Much more expensive. 43 degrees Fahrenheit? What the fuck? What the fuck? I want it to be 43 degrees Fahrenheit. I would take that right now. Definitely take that right now. Oh, hello. I'm gonna go ahead and sell. I have a lot of bronze. Look at this shit. Pristine. These things are really heavy. Me and my fucking dopey ass walk as I'm gonna go pick up my newspaper and my bathrobe. Double the Jacko. Double the Jacko, baby. Get over there. Killed her little beetle. Sorry about that. I just sat aggro my brother right there. I sat down, and he went to attack somebody else. Oops. Yeah, aggro works really weird in this game. Like, if I get just enough aggro to where they're not looking at me, but as soon as I sit down, there's like a certain buffer of when you sit, they get mad at you. So then they come running at you, and then you stand up, and they stop going at you, and then you sit down again, they come back at you. It's really stupid. It's really stupid and silly. The jack-o'-lantern is gonna pumpkin spice you good. He's gonna fill you full of pumpkin spice. Help me. They are ripping that death beetle apart. Oh, she missed it. It's amazing how far this zone will take you as far as with levels. My goodness. I mean, especially since, I mean, this area will take you from level 10 to level 30, which is most of the levels in this game. Oh, is he dead already? Yeah, he just dropped the light stone. Not sure I like the look of the beetle's eye. What the fuck is he talking about? What the fuck are you talking about, man? What the fuck shit? Did I hit that? Oh, I guess I didn't. Oh, there's one. Save me, I'm fragile. I'm made of pumpkin spice. It's a nice little pull spell, though. That's doing 54 damage now, I just realized. You know what I should do is I should mix up some nice Moscow mules for some refreshing beverage. Though margaritas would be better. But I don't have a margarita machine. I'm not going to spend $300 on a margarita machine. But that shaved ice, though. Ooh. Right now, though, I'm just going to drink my coffee. Why is... Okay, okay. For a moment, I was like, why is my pet not taking damage? Then I realized he doesn't even have aggro. So... But the gnome does. Wow, we got somebody who already loves this group. Oh, jeez. Yeah, my brother's trying to aggro. I'll get him. Hi. Bye. Yeah, if you get a good makeup for a group, you end up doing really well. Now, the things here, though, don't do a whole lot of damage, but... Good group for undead. Necro and cleric get anti-low mana undead spells. Of course, every time I've grouped with Gnomish Brigade, I have always had a very positive experience. Once you go gnome, you never go home. Oh, buddy. Oh. Oh. Who's your main? Tanarakis. I don't know if I've grouped with Tanarakis. I'll take you out for margaritas, mojitos, and strawberry daiquiris. I will drink all of those, just not in public. No, I like fruity foo-foo drinks. Wait, I think I do know Tanarakis. Wait. think Tanarakis was the ranger we grouped with like 2 sessions ago. Like, what is the chances of me actually getting in with a party with... I don't know, it's strange how you re-meet up with people. It's just fucked up. I need to sell really bad. It's like Gomi has to take a massive dump because he's walking so slow. I think I have to be out of combat though. Wow, Omega is looking rather invisible today. It's just me. It's just me. It's just me. Thanks for the host there, hipster. How you doing, man? Good morning. Good morning, my friend. How was your sleep last night? I'm just selling real quick. My family finally went home. That means Omega. No, that means hipster gets to sit there and do nothing and be lazy now. Wow, I will take all of this money. Alrighty. Just gate back. Off we go. Might play something other than Final Fantasy 14. I've been playing a ton of it. Dude, just keep playing it, man. If it's what you enjoy playing, I keep playing Everquest because I keep fucking enjoying playing it, so. I wonder if it's bound to a specific pick zone. Nope. Oh, I love being a caster where I can do shit like that. What's up, Midori? How you doing, Midori? It's good to see you again. How's your face? How's Massachusetts? How's the Massachusetts? I am doing well. I have a 5-day weekend this weekend, as I have taken 2 days off to help promote mental sanity for me. My pet needs to stop following me. I was thinking about later on today. I might stream again later on today to do another tutorial video. That'll be better than the one that I did previous. But I'm debating of actually streaming it versus just recording it and then just posting it on YouTube. And then if people want to see an actual good tutorial, because the tutorial I did for one stream was horrible. I was not happy with it after a while. I'm low on mana, and we have a bunch of shit here, so. What sucks is I needed to return my book I rented through Amazon, which is due today, but it's Memorial Day weekend and the UPS is closed. Wah, wah. Shoulda took it another day. I haven't mentioned already. Be sure to mute on the... I'm just sitting here at this point. My pet's still holding out because he's a super beast. That reminds me, I gotta go to campus tomorrow and return books. Does Staples have mailable envelopes? They might. It doesn't hurt to check. They might, though. I mean, I don't often go there to check, but I mean, they have a lot of office. You can go to an Office Max too, dude. They might have something like a Manila thingy that you can seal. I know what you're talking. I know what you're saying. I know how you're feeling. My brainwave is on your brainwave. Rein knows you. I know you. I know that face. So I had mentioned last time we did Jolly Co-op, I think I did anyway, where we were talking about. I went to a conference. Okay, remember when I went to a conference and we lost the stream because? Oh, actually no. Yes, there was a Thursday that I didn't stream because I went to a conference, even though it was like local. It was about an hour away, but pretty much I went to my old alma mater, you know, place where I graduated from. And yeah, it was a much different experience for me going back to a place that even though I'd now worked in the industry for 5 years of higher education IT support, and like people were like asking me to work there. It was pretty funny. Which, if I didn't live so far away, I would actually consider it. Because sometimes when you're working in the IT field, your growth or your development will stop because you're pretty much doing the job that you'll be doing there that they're comfortable with you doing. But if you want to do something else, oftentimes you have to go somewhere else if you want to do something else. You know, I'm not director material. Not yet anyway. But like, you know, eventually maybe I'll go for my master's degree and maybe I'll start looking at, you know, leading a vision, as they say. But as it stands right now, I like to get my hands dirty. I like to do the IT work. I like to use my brain to think, you know, not use my brain to strategize kind of thing. But it was just an interesting experience. And Hipster, when you graduate from college, you'll eventually want to go back and check out what they've done with the place after an extended period of time. Because I hadn't been on campus in a going to school or business capacity for, I don't know, well over 13 years. So campus was completely different. It was cleaner. It was nicer. It was much nicer than what it was when I went there. But a lot of the hangouts that they had cleaned up a bit, and they were no longer college to me. So, but it's just kind of interesting to go back and go see kind of thing. So those of you who did go to college and graduated college, I invite you to go check out your old campus. Give it about 5 to 10 years though. Don't just go back the next day after you graduated. Why is there so many? Why am I targeting? Where is that at? Okay. No, he's not close enough. I don't know how I targeted him then. Is he underwater or something? Please go through the tree. Please go through the tree. Yes. Ray knows you like the back of his ass. Oh, the sweet, 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 sweet ass. Yeah, we're almost to level again. I mean, how long have we been streaming for? Let's give me an uptime here. Uptime. We've only been streaming for an hour and 37 minutes, and we've already gotten 2 levels. Now, granted, I was close to level, so pretty much at where I'm at right now. So we've gotten basically a full level. Fizzly's asking me about the pet skin. I'm gonna link him the item. Oh, well, she's pulling for me. Okay. Oh. So I made pancakes this morning. I needed a new recipe for pancakes, and I had this craving for pancakes. Now, I love buttermilk pancakes, but I don't have buttermilk. I don't just keep that around the house, because that would be weird and awkward. But I did find a good recipe online, and the pancakes turned out really well, actually. I was most impressed with my ability to pancake. But I still actually have some batter left too for more pancakes. Oh shit, we're getting overrun here. I've got mana though. But yeah, today was definitely a pancake day. Good old lazy Sunday. Make some pancakes. Yeah, totally intentional pull. But nothing special in the pancakes. And it's a simple recipe. The recipe is not that complicated. But like, there's no vanilla in it or anything like that. And I really wished I had buttermilk. Buttermilk would have made it a gabillion times better. Because nothing beats buttermilk pancakes. Unless it's like buttermilk waffles or something, I don't know. But yeah, I was proud of myself because I was just like, I want pancakes. I could have just left and went to like a Denny's or something and bought pancakes. But nope. I was like, you know what? I have the ingredients here. I'm just going to make it myself. And I did. And it was super yummy. So, points go to Rein for doing something that didn't cost him money. Yeah, pancakes. Make you pancakes? You have to come over, Jocko. I can't just mail you pancakes. Actually, no, technically I could mail you pancakes, couldn't I? They just wouldn't be very good. I'll mail you frozen pancakes. Be like, here you go, Jocko. Frozen pancakes for you, buddy. I'll come over. All right. Get you some frozen pancakes. I'm not sure what my brother's doing. He's just kind of hanging out. In fact, all these motherfuckers are just hanging out. Pet's going strong, though. Motherfucker's still going strong. What do I get on my pancakes? I don't know. Chocolate chip. Rain sauce? Oh, man. Ugh. You don't want any rain sauce on your pancakes. Chocolate chip. Chocolate chip's a good choice. What about blueberries? Blueberries? Strawberries? Snozberries. We'll give you some snozberries. Oh, is it charmed? Yes, charmed. Get some chocolate sauce, some caramel sauce. I mean, the sky's the limit when it comes to pancakes. I'm fed. I like everything. You and me both. Actually, with pancakes, I just like regular pancakes. I like regular pancakes with just maple syrup on it. So I am simple when it comes to pancakes. I don't need to have like, you know, chocolate and caramel sauce with bacon or something. Yeah, I don't need all that. Come on, aggro. Oh no. Save the pet. Don't let him die. New character? Hey, what's going on, Ultra? No, this is the Jolly Co-op character I've had. This is the same character I've been playing on Jolly Co-op for the past 2 sessions. So, what's going on, John Crichtons? How you doing, buddy? I'm gonna lose my pet here, though. I'm gonna be very sad. But no, I've been playing the Gnome now for 2 sessions. I got him caught up to Omega really quick. Oh, he's got 2% health. Yeah, he survived. Look at that. He's got like maybe a sliver of health. 3% health. Look at that shit. I have a 20 cleric. What's your cleric's name, John? I have got a 48 Shadow Knight named Krogoth, who I'm not currently playing right now because usually on Sundays I play with my brother and I also play with Omega, who I Jolly Co-op with. But he is not feeling well today, so we're just kind of doing our own thing today. Heal missed, I ain't on though. Cool, dude. Well, eventually we'll catch up to you. You're probably hanging out a lot in Unrest. At level 23, if I remember correctly, you get your next level of Undead Destroyer, which is amazing. You're gonna do so much damage. I mean, because that level of Dismiss Undead, I think, does like 300 damage or some craziness. Absolutely wrecks face. My Necromancer, she's level 22. She has the lower version of it that only does 100 damage, but I don't think Necros get the next version of it till like 29. Because clerics get a lot of anti-undead spells quickly and early, which is kind of nice, especially with the dungeons that they have, especially in vanilla. There's a lot of undead dungeons that people like to do because of that fact. Is you know, like Guck, for example. Guck is like completely undead. Unrest is completely undead, minus the beetles. The beetles, the festering, the screaming stalactites, and the mushroom men. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of undead. There's enough undead in this game that a cleric nuker is actually viable. But most people use clerics just to have as healers, of course. So, but that's really cool, dude. Clerics are very popular, that's for sure. A lot of guilds are actually looking for clerics right now for raiding because not a whole lot of people play clerics. So, yeah, the res. See, that res is really sexy. Paladins, though, Coirnav comes out in a week, by the way, on the progression server, but Coirnav comes out, drops in a couple. It's like on the 6th, and Paladins are going to start getting that really good res too, at least 90%, not 96%. So, but it's still 90% is better than 0%. That's for sure. So Paladins are going to take away for some of that market. But there's some people out there that's going to be like, you know what, I want the 96% res because I don't want to have to work. So, but Ultra, you'll be excited to hear that the new patch is coming out just because of Coirnav has just so much more areas to actually hunt in. But it's a shame that you weren't around yesterday. I was doing a lot of... Oh, shit. I'm just fucking nuking. Sorry. Wait. I'm ducking. That's fine. Much more places to hunt. Much more places to quad kite, especially when you're waiting to do groups and stuff. And druids are great for quad kiting. Like, if I was ever LFG as a druid, I'll sit there and quad kite something and just keep doing experience until I find a group. But it's a shame you weren't around yesterday because I could have really used your help yesterday. I was doing a B&B group for about 6 hours, and it would have been nice to have your druidness there. But it's all good, baby. It's all good. So, but yeah, Krogoth is level 48 now. He is coming out of his own for being a super tank. He is very powerful. B&B is becoming very easy to him, that's for sure. All right, we got a new spell. This one. I think shielding is 16, yeah. 16, 16, 18. Okay. So we could probably drop... Well, Shock of Blades gives us Conjuration, I believe. Yeah, it's a Conjuration spell. We still technically need that. But Rein of Blades, I'm going to drop. Rein of Blades kind of sucks balls. So we're going to switch to Shock of Flame. I'm done with EQ. Every time I log on, I'm LFG for 2 to 3 hours. Dude, that sucks. Dude, that is... Have you tried thinking about playing a different class, maybe? Because I get you. I totally get you. That's what kills it for most people is trying to find groups, and you can never find a group. Druids have it the worst, I think. Because Druids just... They don't really fill a niche. They can do kind of good healing, kind of good damage. Car Wrestling. Oh man, Dan Diz, what's up, buddy? Thanks for the host, man. Oh boy, here comes the raid, baby. The double Dan Diz smack in the face raid. Oh buddy, it's a car raid. I'm gonna give a shout out. For those who don't know or are not familiar with car wrestling is... I don't even know what the CA stands for, but it's a wrestling federation that Dan Diz has created where his subscribers can create their own characters in the game that they play, which is WWE 2K18. And he basically casts it and does a fantastic job. So be sure to follow him, be sure to check him out, and be sure to love him. Had every good focus item. My Druid was pretty good, but man, maybe try a Chanter. You could try a Chanter. You could try anything but a Druid. Druids are just so plentiful. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. If you did a Chanter, you would get groups. That's for sure. Oh, she's pulling now. All right. Wanted something recognized. Champions Alliance Wrestling, but Ka is also used to create a wrestler. That's not bad. It's double meaning. I like it. It's got double meaning. That's what you want to do in this world. You want to make people happy. That's what you want to do. Create a wrestler wrestling. Create a wrestler wrestling. But how was your stream, dude? Did you have a lot of fun? It is Sunday, so... Man, it's already 4 o'clock. Jesus. They're only allowed for ports and power levels, yeah. Yeah, Druids is really a solo endeavor, that's for sure. It is definitely not something that you either have to know the people you always group with or something. But, like, you always have to be at the right place at the right time when it comes to playing a Druid. Because there's just so many of them. And honestly, they don't fill a specific niche. They sucker. That's basically all they do is they sucker. You know? Which is basically an escape hatch for a group so you can avoid dying, but... People just recognize the term CAW for custom wrestlers. I just made it a name that works. So Champions Alliance Wrestling, or CAW Wrestling for short. Nice, dude. That's very smart of you. That's very, what is it? Promotable of you. How goes the grind? It's going. I'm playing my Gnome Magician right now with my brother. My brother's playing right now. He plays the Bard. And I love mages. Mages are so powerful. All right, let's try our new spell out. Oh, no. Oh, man, we can barely cast it. Waboosh! And he resisted it. Seriously? What's my evocation skill at that he's resisting my spells? But currently right now in the EQ realm, it's Memorial Day weekend here in America, and pretty much they're giving basically a double XP or an experience bonus for all the Everquester people. So right now, there's all kinds of experience flowing everywhere for everyone. And there'll probably be a ton of level 50s after this. But I'm not playing my highest level right now, guy. I'm playing my gnome that's of equal level to my brother to play with. But eventually, maybe not today, but eventually I will be trying to grind my level 48 Shadow Knight into 50, and then he'll be cap level. And then we won't have to worry about leveling with him until another 2 weeks later when Coirnav comes out. So, but other than that, I'm having lots of fun, Dan. I mean, I don't know why. It's kind of like, think of it like when you play Final Fantasy XI. That's what Everquest is like for me. It's that much amount of fun and nostalgia that I just love playing it. You know. It's got the old school feels. It's got the nostalgia. It's got, you know, and it's only the progression server, because I've played regular servers of EQ and it doesn't really capture it because it's too easy. Oh, it's too easy. And I get to watch the game unfold again because of the timed release for the expansions. So it'll get interesting really quick, especially when Coirnav comes out, because when Coirnav comes out, we're going to see more areas to explore, more dungeons to go to, all kinds of stuff. EQ is insane. It is. It still is, dude. What's going on, Luke? How you doing, buddy? It's an insane game. I mean, this game was a game. It was a game changer when it came to the MMO world. It was a very popular MMO. Lots of people play it. Well, lots of people played it. But yeah, for those of you that have not played Everquest, though, it's hard to get into, especially since it's old. I mean, this game is basically a MUD with a graphical user interface and 3D characters slapped on top of it. I mean, because you've got commands that you can type in to actually do things, like in a MUD. And basically there's no overlay display of like damage numbers going up. It's all in a chat box, you know, because this game was made in like 1999. So a lot of people take a look at this game and just like, man, why did people like this game? Well, why did people like RuneScape? People like RuneScape though because it was free. A lot of kids during that era that played RuneScape, so that's why RuneScape became so popular, though, was because it was accessible, right? It didn't require a whole lot of system to run it, and it was basically a game you didn't have to pay for, so kids could play it, and it was much like UO, in my opinion. It's a skill-based game, and it's also got that kind of isometric view to it, which UO had, but I think the real popularity of it was that it was accessible to kids because they didn't need a credit card number to actually play it, right? So if EverQuest had switched over to that model long before, like once an MMO has been out for so long and it starts to get a real degradation in its, I don't know, I don't want to say performance, but like, its population, you start looking to a free-to-play model with a microtransaction or something like that. Half of this generation was conceived through their parents meeting together in EQ. EQ or WoW or Final Fantasy, one of those three. It's one of those three, dude. But like a lot of people in this generation have met through some sort of online medium, be it through online dating or be it through an online game. It's an interesting observation, though, yeah. Oh my god, this gnome. He's like super encumbered. Get him, Francis! Oh, I don't want to cast. I should probably take Shock of Blades out. Because if I cast it, I don't want to cast it. That's the problem. Because I want to try and get my evocation up. We're at the 2-hour mark for stream. And basically all we've been doing here is basically grinding experience. And, because that's what you do in Everquest. You find a camp and wait for spawns. And just talking nostalgic. I mean, that's what we do here when we play Everquest, because I'm not gonna lie, this game is probably not one of the most fun games to watch. But we all like to reminisce, because a lot of us like our nostalgia to kind of bleed out and talk about the games that we played when we were kids. Back in my day, this is what I played. Well, this is what I played in college, because I was in college when this was released, so. But I don't have the old school graphics on because I don't know. I miss City of Heroes. I miss City of Villains. City of Villains, I had a mastermind, and he was so fucking fun to play. And you could have many different types of minions as a mastermind. And like, I had like the robots or something. Because you could have like ninjas or robots or zombies or something like that. Oh man, that was so much fun. The mastermind was just amazing. It was so much fun to play. And then they came out with Champions. Well, different company, but Champions Online. She had a mana. I'm just gonna kill it. Hey, what's up, Vis? How are you? I had zombies. Yeah, I don't remember what I had. I think there was robots. I had the robots or the zombies, one of the two. But they had all kinds of different kinds of pets, and it was really neat. I love it. But how you doing today, Ves? How'd your weekend turn out? There's no Omega today because he's not feeling well today. So it's just me here to entertain you for your Sunday fun day. I hope she realizes we don't have a healer anymore. Maybe she will realize it soon. I hope he feels better soon. Yeah, I hope so too. He's actually in stream right now, but I think he's lurking, so. Alright, which one of these is okay? Man, it pays to play a magician in this game. In the original tutorial that I gave, I said playing a magician first is probably one of the best classes to play, especially if you're just starting off on a server, just because they're so easy to play. I am good, Rein. Today is cleaning and laundry day. Welcome to Sunday, cleaning and laundry day. Pretty much the same for me as well. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yes. I made pancakes this morning, Vess. I made pancakes this morning, Vess. Oh, it was delicious. I have pictures too. Not of me making them though, but yeah. Crazy Sama and Luke the Outlaw Luger, my friends, thanks for coming to join us here, and thank you for the follows. It is much appreciated. I hope you enjoy old school MMOs, old school RPGs, new school RPGs, retro RPGs, because that's primarily what I play. I also like talking nostalgia, and I like talking with you guys. I like the interaction. So please, if you feel that you need to interact, I encourage it. But thank you guys. Oh, delicious. I want some pictures. All right, here we go. I'm going to post it on my Discord so you can see the pictures of the pancakes I made. I'll put it in my picture room. I don't need to worry about this at all. Pancakes. There are my pancakes. They were nice and fluffy too. They were amazing. So I love pancakes. Like when it comes to like breakfast foods is probably the best foods. I love breakfast foods. Breakfast is like the best and easiest food to make, in my opinion, because there's the combination of, you have baking, which is like pancakes and waffles, because that's technically baking, and then you've also got cooking, which is just your standard, you know, you got your scrambled eggs. Oh, quiche too. You can bake a quiche. So there's many different types of cooking styles for breakfast that I love. So, but I've never made a quiche. But I would be interested in making a quiche. My brother makes a mean breakfast casserole. He makes a mean breakfast casserole, which is damn good. My personal favorite, though, for breakfast is breakfast burritos. That's the best. Done. Well, okay, it's not the best. Buttermilk pancakes are one of the best, but breakfast burritos where you got scrambled eggs, maybe some peppers, some hash browns. You got some hash browns in there. You got some sausage in there. Oh, man. Oh. Breakfast. Love breakfast. After stream, I'll be hungry again. You want some pancakes? I have some batter left. You want to come over? I'll make you some pancakes. How many pancakes do you want? 1, 2, 5, 10, 50, 500? 500 pancakes. I feel so standard and vanilla with my French toast and accessories. I mean, when I usually make a French toast mix and dunk my bread in it, I usually put vanilla in it. I mean, because that's the standard to me. I mean, it's not quite French toast without vanilla. So, gotta run. My son just woke up. Thanks for the group. Okay. Can I just ban him? There he goes. If there's anybody who's actually playing Everquest right now that has a level 9 to 15, we've got a small group going on here that's been very successful. I'm hoping that Zimmer comes back, though, because he was our healer. Oh, shit. Give it the shock. Give it the shocker. There it goes. How are we managing without a healer? I don't know. What the fuck? Kill this guy. Somehow we're managing without a healer, so. You, sir, are making me want to play this again. Well, here's the thing, Luke. So this is on the progression server Coirnav. Hey, bandage time. Yeah, you don't have a healer? You get those bandages out. And as a matter of fact, I have some. My bind wound sucks balls, though. What's going on, Lord Lion? How you doing, buddy? So Luke, let me tell you about Coirnav real quick. So since you've wanted to, you're talking about wanting to play again. So if you've played Everquest before, playing on the Coirnav server, the progression servers, is nice. It gives you those old school feels. Coirnav is actually coming out on June 6th. So it's a good time to start looking at playing again. Because you'll have Coirnav, you'll have Iskar, you'll have all kinds of fun times. It'll be great. The only problem is, to play on the Coirnav server, it requires 1 subscription. And that subscription is $15 a month. Now, the bonus is, here's the bonus, is you do get 500 free points every month for subscription, which typically I spend those on the 3 XP pot deal that they do, where you can get 3 XP pots for 25% XP for 500 points rather than 900 points. Or you can save them or do whatever the fuck all you want. Yeah, that's the one big caveat is it requires a sub. It requires a sub. You can't get past that. Now, here's the thing though. If you have a Chronos, and Chronos are universal, they go across servers. If you have Chronos on another character and use that to consume for a subscription, now you can play on the Coirnav server. So if you have a character on another server that you sold a bunch of stuff and got a bunch of Chronos for, you can use that to get a subscription, and hey, now you can play on the Coirnav server. That's one way to get around it. But you have to have a subscription. That's the caveat. And I thought about it, and I was just like, I don't know if I want to pay for Everquest. You know what? I tried it for a month. I just paid the $15. I said, it's a fucking movie ticket. Who gives a shit? I paid the $15, and you know what? I ended up paying for the next 3 months to get it for only like $12.99 or something. And I haven't looked back. I mean, I love it. I mean, I love Everquest, but I thought it was a good idea. So, and I've had fun for the past. I've been on Coirnav now for 6 weeks. And I've been having a lot of fun playing it, so. The nostalgia feels are awesome, too, yeah. Bind Wound training time is what sounds like. I'm doing great, thanks for asking. It's awesome, dude. But yeah, it's very nostalgic. So if you remember the nostalgic feels of Everquest, the Coirnav server basically re-promotes that. There are some kind of shitty parts about it that I'm not going to hide from you. Which some of those shitty parts are, and as follows. There are some motherfuckers in this game that will try and train and kill you, because they're fuckers. There are people that don't follow camp rules. It's not as common, but I've seen people that don't follow camp rules. So, like, if you have a camp, they make up their own fucking rules. Like, no, I have this camp for the past 3 days. Sorry, working on anniversary, dear. That's okay, dude. I appreciate the lurk nonetheless, man. But there are some motherfuckers that don't respect camp rules and think that just because they logged in, said, oh, I have this camped, even though I wasn't here. No, that's not a rule. You basically don't have it camped. You have to be there for it to be camped. And the last part is you can't bot unless you have 2 separate computers because it checks the MAC address, basically. So you can do boxing. You could do multi-boxing if you really wanted to, but it's old school multi-boxing. You have to have multiple computers to do the boxing with. You know, because me, crazy old Rein, I have 3 accounts. I have 3 accounts for Everquest, but I don't currently multi-box. Not yet, anyway. When my brother decides to stop playing or something, I'm going to put all my bardness into his character. So then when he decides to quit or something, I have a bard I can have at my disposal. I currently pay for his account too, just because I want to play with him. So it's a brotherly thing, I guess. But when he stops playing or doesn't feel like playing, or when he can't play like during the week because he's married, I can just play his account if I wanted to. So maybe start up a cleric. You know what I'm saying? Have a cleric bot going around or an enchanter bot going around. Oh yeah, be a lot of fun, right? Leveling up though will be a pain in the dick. I might come back as a necro or a warrior. As a warrior, it's hard to get your feet wet once you start with a warrior. You have to make money real quick. And a warrior without armor is not really good of a warrior. Now, I made Krogoth, who's an SK, and I kind of built on my own here. You could cheat and just say, hey, I'm just going to buy a Chronos, sell it, and then, yeah, I have a Dwarf Cleric. That's what he is. But you can, here's my suggestion to you, Luke. Okay? This is real talk. So, you have to make money somehow, right? And, in this game, currently in its incarnation, I don't know how it's going to change when, Kunar comes out, but people pay platinum for things like Spiderling Silk and Spider Silk, which is very easy for newbies to get. They pay 1 platinum per. So that's a quick way to make money. So what you could do is make your Necro, make a bunch of money farming Spiderlings and shit, and then make your Warrior farm Spiderlings and shit and level up, and then sell it, find a player to sell it to, because there's always somebody looking to buy it, because they need it for skill up and trade skills. Or for making specific pieces of armor. You can sell it to them for 1 platinum a piece, make like 100 plat at one point, and then you can probably buy Banded from somebody to make Banded for you for 100 plat. So that's a quick way to get some. That's a quick way to get some to money it up. Also, keep your pelts. People will pay money. Will pay platinum for. Bear pelts. Bear pelts, high quality bear pelts tend to sell the best. But then any quality pelts usually go for between 2 to 5 platinum a piece. So, but it's only to players. So it can be tricky, but it's all about social engineering and finding the people. So I love Necros. Plus early game, they are pretty self-sufficient from gear, in my opinion. They are. Is Mithril Armor still dropped at Soul? I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. It might be. I think, yeah, Mithril Armor still exists, so maybe it does. But farming it would be difficult. I've seen people sell Mithril Armor though, so. But Mithril Armor is very nice for a DPS tank. So Luke, why do you like Warriors so much? I'm just curious because I was never a fan of Warriors just because they seem so mundane. I always play a class that has mana. I don't know why. Even in World of Warcraft and stuff, I always played a class that had mana. Yeah, it's a good set of Mithril with pair of Yaks and a Warrior's good to go. Pretty much. Warrior also has Warrior specific gear, and I don't mean like the crafted so much. But yeah, being main tank on raids is fun. Yeah. I play a Shadow Knight, so I'm never going to be a main tank, but I can always pretend. Oh, you like them to do the simplistic style. I like those and pallies. Yeah, pallies to me are very simple. They don't do any damage, though. Only to undead. And then farming that stinking, oh my god, farming the Ghoulbane. That Ghoulbane is not an easy catch. Though right now, with the experience bump that we have currently, that experience bump also includes a rare item drop bump. So that's kind of nice too. But if you get like a yak on a paladin, they can do some little extra damage, but you can get a yak on any class, any warrior class, really. I remember playing EverQuest back in the day during the Coirnav and Velios age. One of our main tanks for EXP groups was actually a ranger. Now, does that seem weird to you? Is a ranger as the main tank? I mean, depending on their gear, I guess it really doesn't matter. But you know, if their gear sucks, maybe. But they do get a taunt, don't they? So technically, a ranger is a tank, right? Since they have a taunt. Not many people use rangers as tanks, though. It's always paladins, shadow knights, and warriors. Nope. Yeah, because our main tank was a ranger for most of the thing. Not for raids, but mostly for groups and stuff. Rangers are awesome to tank, but you need a healer close by, yeah. You need a healer or somebody to slow shit for you. Oh, geez. Okay. I can see where this is going. Clerics are a must, maybe a druid. Shamans. You wouldn't need a druid, you would need a shaman. They get a taunt. I only remember some of them back during Velios and Soul. Depends on the camp. I guess I could see that depending on the camp. They do get some lulls, I think, for animals, but that's other than that, that's really just it. Oh, buddy. Me personally, I like Shadow Knight tanks. Shadow Knight tanks are really good with holding aggro, in my opinion. I just realized the cleric is... I just remembered the cleric is back. The only major problem I've seen with EverQuest, though, with the classes, per se, is that, especially for raids, everything narrows down to a specific filter. So, like, it seems like you always need wizards, because wizards have the portals. You always need enchanters, because they're enchanters. You always need warriors for your tanks. And you always need clerics. So it's like, why would you have anything? And then you fill everything else up with just the in-betweens, you know? And I don't know. I don't know. Other classes should have the opportunity. But, I mean, there's always a best at something kind of thing. You know, you always have classes that are best at something, and the hybrids are not the best at anything, really. Because another class takes that role. If I remember correctly, we would do a 3-man in the Fungus Grove with the Ranger having Archery Mastery maxed with AAs. I'd play Necro and pretty much fill in another DPS. That's in Luckland, of course. Yeah, I remember the Fungus Grove. I thought it was the Grotto. Is it the Fungus Grotto or Grove? A lot of stuff down there, though. remember that place being kind of creepy. Also, Aggro City. We're already 2 bubbles in. It's Grove. Okay. I could have swore there was a grotto somewhere. Of course, in Luckland, that's when cat people come out. Also, Beast Lords. Beast Lords, one of my favorite classes of Everquest. But yeah, they are not well known for getting groups, that's for sure. Yeah, love the Beast Lord. Yeah, it's one of my favorite classes in this game. But they don't get groups very often. They're basically another DPS, I guess. So, but they do get mana regen. When Popped dropped, I would duo with a Beast Lord all day. Pet Haste was awesome. Yeah, it was pretty good. With the ability to slow, it makes it kind of nice. And they got a pretty good slow. At level 50, I think. It was 50 or 60. I think it's 50. They got a level... They got a... well, I don't want to guess that. They get a pretty nasty slow. Oh, Siren's Grotto. That's what I'm thinking of. So there is a grotto. It's just not anything related to Luckland whatsoever. I'm already getting encumbered. How much money do I have? Also, what level is my brother? Oh, he's blue to me still. That means he's level 14 or 13. Oh, jeez, they're coming right for us. Oh, what do we do? Yeah, it was right before the Western Waste to get into TOV. Temple of Vishon? I thought that was in the gray. What am I thinking of? Man, almost 20 years and I still remember the zone geography. Yeah, dude, it gets burned into your memory. That shit, man, is just there. And you always remember. I still remember the mechanics of tanking. Oh, the gray led to the Sra Temple, yeah. And you had to have endure breath because there was no atmosphere. Luckland was a fun place to level. My personal favorite though is Velios. I like Kunark and Velios. When Velios came out, and I mean, it's going to give a lot more places to go hunt and kind of spread people out a bit. So I think pick zones are going to become a little bit more scarce. Did I mention pick zones, by the way? If Luke is still here, I'm going to wait till Luke gets back. But pick zones is basically how you can get into camps without having things to be overcamped. So Velios was fun. TOFS was probably my fave. What's TOFS? I can't remember. I like Eldons too, because when they came out with Eldons, it was very nice. Having instance-based dungeons to where you can actually just have a party to level up really quick. You didn't have to have a dungeon. You could just make your own. Tower of the Frozen Shadow. Oh. It's not truly ingrained into your head until you fall asleep playing it and wake up halfway through the dungeon. Where you have to get the key per floor? Yeah, I remember. I got to like the 5th floor or something like that. There's some good items down there too. I've seen some good drops in there. And I think it's all undead too, isn't it, Lord? Is it all undead in there? I can't remember. Oh, it's a mix. Okay. I say raid groups because it would be like level 45-ish people going up there with a few 55 folks. Well, that's how raids worked in Everquest, though, is like, even the raids for Hate and Fear and Sky, I mean, they're pretty much level 46, right? So you didn't have to be max level to do the raids. And I like that, actually. You know, you have to be within a certain level range. So the end game lasts and stretched out a little bit longer. Yeah, 46 for the lower planes. Yes, for the lower planes. Because when the new planes start coming out, I think max cap level is pretty much... it requires you to have, you know, keys and stuff. Man, I haven't cast Burnout in a while. I'm just reminded of the Plane of Growth, level 46, the projectors coming out every 55 minutes. Is that the one where he auto-aggroes onto the group, especially if somebody's low level? Didn't know they had laundry in this game. Sucks for the ladies. I think so. All I know is that they will respawn and go after the closest person in the zone, unless you have good faction, of course. I think I remember that. And you had to have like a timer up and shit, and it's just like, oh, would he announce his presence? I can't remember. Would he announce his presence and just start running towards you? God, that's like horrifying. It's like, oh, the protector's up. Hey, we have a jack-o'-lantern now. I've only been to the Plane of Growth once. I remember part of it, but I don't remember all of it. I remember you fight Tunair there, if I remember correctly. What level's my mage? 15. The mage is indeed 15. Oh, buddy. Lord Lion-O, thank you for the follow, my friend. Thanks for coming to join us. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. If you like old school RPGs, you like retro RPGs, if you like new age RPGs, or if you just like RPGs in general, that's what I usually play here. I try to be as highly interactive as possible, and I try to be as entertaining as possible. But you, my friend, made a new friend. Ultra, you actually going to make your enchanter now, or what's up, dude? Tell me your story. Hey, look, there's a guy here. I'm going to wave at him. Dotsis. He's actually yellow to me. He could actually join us if he wanted to. Waboosh. He just casted So on me, so... What level is he? Dotsis is 17? Yeah, that's what I thought. So now I have to figure out dinner. And I'm not going to have pancakes for dinner. I'm going to save those for tomorrow. I might just go out and get some to eat, I think. No, not yet. I'm considering. Well, talk to me about it, dude, because, you know, I enjoy having you here, and I enjoy playing with you, so... Think it through, man. Think about it. Oh, you motherfucker. Just gonna train him on motherfuckers. Look at that shit. Yeah. Suck it. Ababoosh. You're dead. Fuck you. Heading out to eat isn't too bad. Allows you to take a good break, stretch, and then grind some more EXPs. Yeah, when I get back, though, I'm going to be grinding Krogoth. And he's level 48. I think he's one bubble into 48 already. But we're going to get him to 50. That motherfucker is going to be a level 50 tank here soon. It's going to be amazing. That's your SK? Yeah, his name's Krogoth. I'll type it out. He's level 48, and I'm working on getting him to 50. And he's great. I love him. He is a good character. Everybody likes hanging out with him. I always roleplay him. People find him intriguing and interesting, and he's always nice to people. It's kind of weird. It's a very weird kind of dynamic with that character. So, but yeah, I have a lot of fun playing him. I like SKs when it comes to tanks. And he's an ogre. He's an ogre. Because ogre tanks is the only way to go. I really wish they released all the races even at the beginning, but I can understand why they didn't. Because you don't have access right now to Iskars. That's going to be next week. Froglocks, which is going to be Yakisha, which I think is after Pop. Hold on. Maybe? I can't tell. Catmen, which isn't going to come out till Lachlan. So Iskars is basically next, and I mean, when it comes to Iskars make the best Necros, and Iskars make really good shamans. You could be a troll shaman, so mostly because of the regen, because they get a spell called Cannibalize, and the Cannibalize is what can get your mana regen back for shamans. And if you have a high regen, like trolls have a huge regen, and Iskars have that same regen, which I don't even know why they did that with Iskars. Like Iskars have too much shit. They swim really fast and they have a good regen. They just have really shitty faction. But after a certain point in the game, like after Lucklin, like faction becomes less and less a factor. So I don't know. But yeah, the regen is really impressive. Like the regen is really good. And I have a Rubicite breastplate. Maybe I'll make a troll shaman and give him a Rubicite breastplate or something. Plus 15 AC bonus if I remember reading correctly. It's only plus 15. And they can't wear plate, not until Lucklin, because Lucklin they start to ignore that rule. But any pre-Lucklin gear, I think they can't wear. Yeah, Lucklin they can't wear plate, so pre-Lucklin they can't wear plate. Yeah, it chafes the scaling. Oh, it makes the skin so chafy. Iskar Warriors rockin' Velios and Lucklin. Yeah, they're pretty good. I prefer ogres though. I prefer the strength and stam. But Iskar monks. Iskar monks. There you go. Especially with that regen. Holy shit, dude. Hey, Rawhead leggings. Velios has some really nice zones though. But Velios, pretty much what that opened up is, Velios is a level 35 starting zone. So you have to be level 35 to go there. Well, you can be earlier level, but really you need to be level 35. That's when things really start for them. But also, they have a few areas and dungeons there, like Crystal Caverns. I love Crystal Caverns. Holy shit, Crystal Caverns. But they have a lot of faction, or Velk's Labyrinth, or the Velk's Laboratory. That's also another cool place. But it has like a faction war going on there. You have the Ice Dwarves, the Ice Giants, and somebody else. To where you can pick a faction, and then basically you can go to that town for that faction. Most people pick the Dwarves, but you could do the Giants. But I like killing Giants, so... I like the fact that I now don't have to pull anymore. My brother has taken it upon himself to pull. So I can sit here with my hands behind my back and just be like, yeah, I don't have to do anything. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. Yellenic faction? I don't know what the fuck. Now, farming faction, that's a pain in the dick. Because who likes to farm faction? Because farming faction is just another form of grinding. Yay! Grinding. And we all know how much we like grinding. How much I like grinding. Dragons. Oh, yeah, that's right. The dragon faction. Yeah, I don't know if I farm their faction because I always go to their place and wreck their shit. I actually go there. I used to go there with my SK in solo. I remember those days. I soloed a lot on my Shadow Knight. Nobody wanted to be my friend on my Shadow Knight. I don't know why either. I don't know why. He didn't have bad gear. He wasn't the best, but finding groups, man. People always attach to other people all the time in that game. It's just like, oh, I'm only hunting with this person. It's like, why, dude? I'm not that bad of a tank. Nope. Oh, buddy. Ow. Oh, jeez, he's after me, guys. Oh, he's dead. We don't have a tank. We still don't have a tank. Do we honestly need a tank? I don't know. Zimmer says, gonna need a quick AFK, need to let the dogs out. And I told him, so it was you. He let the dogs out. Dinged yet? Oh my god, he still has not dinged. Why does it feel like my experience is like escalated and his is not? I don't know. Here we go with the waboosh, waboosh. I don't even really remember what the factions really did for you. The big overarching thing for Velios though was the Shaw quest. And I think that was a really cool idea, is having a big, long, overarching quest that got you a really cool item. The only problem is the quest is way too long. But there's a Coirnav quest for Shadow Knights that gets you the Green Mist, which I would love doing, because the Green Mist is actually better than the Epic. So why work on the Epic when you can work on the Green Mist? Right? Right? Do you feel me? You feel me here? Like, I'm thinking of not even doing the Epic quest. I'm just going to jump into working on the Green Mist quest in hopes of actually being able to get it. And it looks like a fucking katana. It's a katana. It looks amazing. And it emits a brown fart green mist that heals you. So that's what I'm going to work on for Coirnav, I think. I'm not going to try and get the Epic. I'm going to try and see if I can get the Green Mist, which is going to require probably some faction grinding or some potions that are going to make me look like not an ogre. Oh, he don't like me. Oh, no, no. No, no, no. He don't like me. I done peed in his Cheerios. He don't like it. Somebody's not rolling on loot. Or it's just sitting there on the corpse. Never mind. Leave on corpse. Leave on corpse. Leave on corpse. Leave on corpse. But yeah, Velios. I think Velios did Velios introduce new planes? I don't remember. Oh, hello. Awababoosh. 115 damage. Oh, that's sexy. Stand up once, cast it, just sit back down. Stand up once, cast it, awaboosh, and he's dead. Oh, I need greater concentration potions. Who wants to run out to me here in Unrest and get me some greater concentration potions? I will pay 12 platinum per. Actually, how much money do I have on me? I'll pay 20 platinum per stack. I should have thought of that ahead of time. God, I'm like so stuck on having the clarity potions, and now we can't have them. It's like I can't get my fix, guys. I'm like fiending here. I'm like, oh, I need mana. Yeah. Oh, he hit 45. Nice. Our cleric might be leaving us. That'll make me cry. All right, it's official. I am out of coffee. It can only go downhill from here. Awaboosh. We actually haven't really needed... Well, I mean, the healing is nice. It allows us to pace faster, but... Ultra's still thinking to himself about what to play. That's the nice thing about undead is they don't run away. Why did he switch targets? That makes no sense. What is the difference between Coirnav and Agnar? Gondian, Coirnav is the newer server, the newer progressor server that came out. So I don't know if Agnar is a voting system, but Coirnav is just time-based. So every 3 months, an expansion is released up until, I think it's after Pop, or no, it's after Gates of Discord. Once Gates of Discord comes out, then it's every 2 months. So there is no voting, there's no any of that. It's just basically every 3 months. Every 3 months, there's a new expansion. Right now, we're sitting at the precipice of Kunark being released in about a week. It comes out in June 6th. So you'll be able to make an Iskar. All the Kunark stuff will be open. And all of the epic quests will be open. And you'll be able to start doing that. Agnar right now, I don't know what expansion they're on, but I think they're pretty far along. I don't know if they were just a simple time progression or if they were a voting progression. If they were just a time progression, then it's pretty much the same. It's just that Coirnav is still early. It's still new. So I hope that answers your question for you, though. Currently, right now, I'm not playing my main character. Agnar is on Pop, I think. Okay, so they're pretty far progressed. That pet is not pre-Coirnav. No, it's not. I bought a morph wand. So the marketplace still exists for some of the items. They took out potions for the most part, except for EXP potions and like speed and floating potions. But they took out pots and hots. So you can't get clarity anymore. You can't get regen anymore, which kind of sucks because I really like those. But for the most part, they have some wands that you can get that morph stings. So yeah, there's certain things in here that are not pre-Kunark, like you would find in like the 1999 server. That isn't the case here. Oh, buddy. Utah Punk with the host. What's going on, buddy? How was your stream, dude? Thank you for the raid, my friend. Welcome, everyone, from Utah Punk stream, the Punk stream. Hope all of you enjoyed his retro stream play. What were you playing there, Utah? What's going on, buddy? Nothing in there is classic in any way. This is true. So that is the major difference between the 1999 server that they have and that the Coirnav and the Agnar server is. Pretty much pre-Velios, they didn't have maps. They didn't have the find system. Shared banking wasn't a huge thing. There's shared banking in here. But you also have kind of the marketplace and the DB points and stuff, which is still, I mean, to me, it's quality of life. But no, it is not the old school feels. If you're looking for the absolute old school feels and pain points of EverQuest, that's the P99 servers. Is it pay to play? I mean, yeah, you have to be subscribed to it. You have to be subscribed to actually play. But it's based off the Chronos system. So if you are on another server, let's say like Agnar or any other server, and actually have a Chronos that you can consume, that's technically paying. So if you sold an item and got a Chronos, you could technically pay on the progression server. But yeah, it's not free. It is pay to play. It is definitely pay to play. Microtransactions. You don't have to do microtransactions. If you pay to play, though, you get a free 500 points to do microtransactions. So if I'm paying $15 a month for my Everquest subscription, they give me 500 free points every month, which I could spend on whatever, because it's 500 points. Up to and including, let's say, a Metamorph wand, which only costs 300, plus I get 10% off because I'm a member. So. But it's just Daybreak's way of trying to make money off of an old MMO that has been going on now for the past 20 years. So I prefer it over the EverQuest game actually just going away, because we don't want to see like the fate of like Warhammer Online where the game just went away. You know, we don't want to see that. Not with EverQuest. EverQuest needs to hang around for a little while longer. Juicy. Oh yeah, it's just so juicy. So Utah, you were playing the Ys series again on SNES this time though. Not on PC or Steam, I'm assuming, right? But yes, the Coirnav and the Agnar server are pretty much, it's supposed to give you some of that old school feel, but it has some of the quality of life of some of the stuff, like even the advanced looting system is in here. So the quality of life is still here for some of the newer players. But yeah, if you're looking for a complete 100% 1999 feel, that would be the 1999 server, the pre-existing one. Which, to be honest, I don't think I have the patience for. I mean, we got spoiled over the years, so we've got really spoiled over the years. Waboosh. You say quality of life, I say easy mode. I don't know. I don't know. I did my time back in 1999. For me, I like to have the map. I mean, I like having the map. I like having the find. And the old school MMO style for EverQuest back in 1999 is not really new player friendly. So, of course, it never was. Also, you don't lose items off your corpse when you die, and also you have the origin ability from the AA. That also exists too. So. Wasn't supposed to be easy. Well, most MMOs back in the day weren't easy. That's definitely true. Especially when you played games like Final Fantasy XI. Final Fantasy XI was pretty crazy. Do you remember the sentence at the end of the intro back in 1999? No. I watched the intro like back about 2 years ago just because I wanted to see it again because I hadn't seen it in forever. But I don't remember what the tagline was. Looks like everybody's leaving us. You're in our world now. Yeah. They should have said, "You're gonna die, bitch!" Oh, my pet's dying. He's dead too. You're in our world now. Yep, that was the tagline. Looks like everybody left us. I mean, we've only been... How long have we been here for now? Let's do an uptime. Yeah, for me, though, I mean... I work a full-time job. Back then, I didn't. So a lot of factors that go into playing MMOs these days is a lot about time. And Everquest is a huge time sink. Especially if you played with the old school rules, especially if you died and you had to go recover your corpse, which is like, that's hard mode right there. That's not easy mode. That's definitely hard mode. But that's originally how it was intended. Was you had to go and get to your corpse and reloot it. And especially if you died in the plane of fear and you had to do a corpse, if you had to go get your corpse back and it took you 8 hours, that happened to me once. Yeah, I just don't have the patience or the time for that anymore. Back then, you're kind of just stuck with it. But does anybody truly like having to do corpse recoveries? No. Most people just say, well, don't die. Well, you're going to die sometime. Especially if you're raiding with a bunch of people. That's how it was, though. Me, I would say just stick with classes that have feign death. Right? If you got a feign death, you're good to go. If party's gonna wipe, well, just feign death it off. How do we have so many damn death beetles? Awaboosh. Yeah, typically for me, I always had my Shadow Knight, so having a feign death was always nice. Might as well just spam these people out of here. I can't target her. I'm gonna pull my pet back. Have him guard closer. Maybe how close to 15? I'd like to get him at least 15. Yeah, we never even got a full group this time around, which was kind of insane. Last time we did this, I think we ended up... I'm gonna try and get my brother his level first. I'm hoping that he's able to pull, though. But yeah, that's the thing, man, is people get into a group and they want to hold on to that group for the longest time as possible. But like eventually groups will decay. I mean, people just don't have the time that they just don't have that time anymore to dedicate to being in a group for 6 to 8 hours. I mean, sometimes that's how it was. You'd be in a group and Gawk and you'd be there for like 4 to 6 to 8 hours with the same people. People trickling in and out one at a time, but for the most part, though, I mean, it was insane. You know, I remember being in groups like that back in college, where you're just with them forever, and those were a godsend because for some people it just took forever to get that group. And you're just like, oh God, I finally got a group. I don't want to leave this group for the next however long. You know, that's just how it is. That's just how it is, man. It sucks. Sucks having to rely on people all the time. How close am I to level? Oh shit, I'm almost to level 2. I've got another 14%. And we'll basically be caught up to Omega. My pet is getting hashed. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Bad things are going to happen here. Alright, pet's dead. Rein, one day I want a nostalgic, like, podcast from you. What does that mean? Get my pet back out. Lost his daggers, but that's okay. Okay. We should be okay now. Hours of unfiltered content of you talking nostalgia. I mean, I could do that. I could do that. I mean, that's something I'd be interested in doing, is just talking about the good old days of back of gaming when games were good. I mean, even with Final Fantasy games, you know, that like, especially people who really like RPGs, you know, everybody's played Final Fantasy, but everybody has their favorite Final Fantasy, right? And I'm old school. I have some really interesting favorite Final Fantasies, but most of the generations that I've talked to here on Twitch, most of their favorite Final Fantasies is 7 or 8. You know, I played Final Fantasy back when 1 came out. And that was their first Final Fantasy. Especially if they say Final Fantasy 8 is their favorite, it's because it's typically their first. Not all the time, but typically it's the first that they've played. You know, and I hated Final Fantasy 8. Final Fantasy 8 to me was horrible. But I started playing Final Fantasy when it was Final Fantasy 1. I have the same NES cart that I played the first time I ever played any Final Fantasy game. But Final Fantasy, I haven't played any Final Fantasy. You need to play at least a Final Fantasy game. If you play any Final Fantasy game, Vess, if you were to start with any Final Fantasy game, I would recommend 9. But like Final Fantasy 1 through all the way to Final Fantasy, what are they at now? 15? Jesus fuck. They keep changing the battle system. They keep changing the leveling up system. They keep changing how you advance your character system. And as it goes through the systems, it gets more and more complicated. You know, and I don't like it too complicated. I like it pretty simple. You know, I don't want to have to traverse this whole passive map like in Final Fantasy X of unlocking my abilities or skills or powers. You know, I think Final Fantasy 13 does the same thing. You know, I just like it to where you go up levels and you get new spells. That's Final Fantasy 4. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You don't have to do anything special. Make it easy for me. I'm old. But they had to make it more and more interesting with each iteration of the Final Fantasies, which is fine, but I like it simplified like that. I don't need it to be too complicated, you know? But every Final Fantasy uses some type of different system for their characters and the kind of the character party building throughout the entire series. You know, that's probably why I liked 4 so much, just because it was simple. It was simple, it was easy, I didn't have to do anything. Jesus, we made such a mess here. Oh, man. What is it, 30 seconds? My brother's complaining about his pull spell has a cooldown. I think in Velios, I don't think I get a pet heal till Velios. Because my pet has to sit here and wait. But yeah, pretty much what's going to happen is we're going to end up getting 1 extra level here. So we're almost done here. And then we'll probably end Jolly Co-op a little early. Mostly because we're not actually Jolly Co-oping. We're just kind of... We're playing catch-up to Omega, I guess you could say. Because he's level 16. But then pretty much after this session, we'll be caught up to him. At least I will be level 16. My brother will be level 15. And then next Jolly Co-op stream, we'll actually be looking for a main room group. Which will require a tank. Oh, we're going to have to find a tank. Somebody needs to level a tank up over the next course of the week. Get a tank to level 15, and then we'll be good to go. Oh, I hate resists. Still going strong. I like it. I'm still here. Still making dreams come true. How is your anniversary dinner going? And what anniversary are we celebrating, Dan? What? Hey, what's up, Roy Cop? How you doing, buddy? 11 years with the girlfriend. Nice, dude. Congratulations. That is an achievement. 11 years. That's a long time, actually. That's a long time to have a girlfriend. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? How was your weekend, Roy Cop? Do you have anything special planned for tomorrow? EQ questions welcome, huh?
Love boat.
I do love boat. I miss the Everquest boats. What's up, Gordon? How you doing, buddy? It's a long time to have someone put up with you. That's so true. Oh, Dan, you hit the nail on the head, buddy. Lots of laundry and enjoying the last day of vacation. Not me. I've got 3 more days left. I took an extended weekend vacation. So I'm off for 5 days total. Oh, buddy. It's been a lot of fun, though. Hello? Yeah, we're gonna be wrapping up a little bit early today. There's no Jelly Co-op today. Omega is sick today, so I figured I would stream a little bit. Me and my brother playing some EverQuest. We had a party going there for a little while, but they all bailed on us. So, but we've been having fun. We've been having fun leveling. I'm gonna have 3 levels under my belt after this ding here, which is gonna be shortly, and then yeah. So. But my weekend is pretty simple. I had pancakes this morning. Pancakes. It was most delicious. That was the extent of my morning, right? This is your Mage Tune? Yeah. He's almost 16. He's pretty much caught up to Omega at this point. Omega's 16. I think that's where we left off with Omega last stream. So we're pretty much caught up to him now. My brother's sitting here playing with us. He's almost 15. So, fun times. Fun times. This is a risk. Yeah, my Shadow Knight is almost level 48, or he's already 48. He'll be 49. Hopefully, I might play him today. We'll get him to level 49. And then my goal with Krogoth this weekend is to hit 50. So we'll get him to level 50. He'll be max cap level. And then once he's max cap level, we can work on level 60 when Coirnav comes out. But in the meantime, we'll do some raids. And you might actually see some raiding with Krogoth, because they tend to raid on Tuesdays and Thursdays, if I remember correctly. And I'll be streaming during that time, so we'll be doing Hate, we'll be doing Fear, we'll be doing Sky, and you'll get to see some raids, old school raids for EverQuest, and it'll be exciting, and my pet's gonna die again. Where do these motherfuckers even come from? Well, I'm out of mana. I'm gonna have to equip this. Actually hit things. Also, hi Rein Bro, since you don't want him to feel left out. No. He's not actually in Discord or anything. I don't even think he watches my stream, so. There he goes. Really? He deserves a high. He does. Yeah, we pretty much dinged almost at the same time. Wait, how much mana does that cast? Why is it such a range? Doesn't make any sense. Here we go. Now you should die really quick. Perfect! Certainly! Oh, buddy. I'm going to Origin out. Herp derp or herp derp? Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and Origin out. That was a good 3 levels, though. I mean, we got an EXP bonus here, so... EXP bonus plus the bonus weekend that we got going on here. Go ahead and sell my goodies and make some money. But he's level 15 now. I'm level 16. Things are going to start slowing down a lot at this point. I mean, pretty much after level 20, it gets pretty slow. I'm going to see if he wants to play tomorrow, too. He might not. I'll leave it open to him. Sell all my crap. Oh, I got new spells, too. I think I got 2 new spells I get to work with here. Ooh, we're almost there. Come on. Can we make it to 100? Can we make it to 100? Almost. A waboosh. 100 plat. Awesome. Doop, doop, doop. All right, my friends, we're gonna call it quits here. We basically got caught up to Omega, so we're level 16 and 15. Would be nice if we really had a tank that was leveling up with us, especially for the Jolly Co-op days. But you know, it is what it is. We'll be back. I'll be back at this again, at least with Everquest on Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon, evening, I'll be available. So, and then we'll be doing it again. So you'll probably see Krogoth at 50 at that point. So I'm not quite sure what I'll be doing with Krogoth once he hits level 50. We'll have to figure it out, I guess, on Tuesday. But we're going to move on, and we're going to raid Heroine DP. She's playing Might and Magic 4 through 5 right now, so I figured she's playing some retro RPG. We'll keep the retro RPG chain going alive, and continue watching some retro, because we love retro. So, but I appreciate all you guys coming by, you guys coming to visit and watch me play some EverQuest. It's been a lot of fun. I will see you guys again on Tuesday, and if not, then you guys all have yourself a wonderful weekend. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for having fun. Thanks for keeping me company, and I will see you guys again real soon.